Good morning. Good morning. Come on, quickly join the class. Class 10 students. We are in the topic of linear equations into variables. I hope yesterday you enjoyed the quiz and I have discussed the question with you. I hope you have written it down in your notebook as your assessment. If this type of quiz is helpful for you, let me know. And regarding your problems, if you have any problem, any queries from your previous chapter, I'm going to give you my email ID. Because the questions, it is not always possible to put up the questions in this chat box. You can write to me, give me your queries as an attachment in the email that I will be giving to you. So please join. Kavi Ishika, you have joined. Then Bhumika, 10th F, Kendriya Vidyalaya. Hemant, Sumit Sharma, Sunny Bihar. Okay, I welcome you all. So pair of linear equations into variables we have done. There are two types of solutions possible for linear equations into variables. That is your graphical solution and your algebraic solutions. Algebraic solutions are of three different types. That is your substitution method, elimination and cross multiplication. And graphical solution, please quickly join. You need to be in time. So we are talking about the graphical solutions. Graphical solutions, there are two things. We have come across two keywords, that is consistent and inconsistent. Consistent means solution is possible. Inconsistent means solution is not possible. If solution is possible, there are two different types. Either it is going to be a unique solution, that is just one solution, or infinite number of solutions. Coincident line. How the graph looks like for an unique solution, the two lines are intersecting lines. And for infinite number of solutions, the two lines, they coincide. And no solution or inconsistent means lines are parallel. They will never meet, so there will be no solution to those equations. And how we can predict whether the solutions are going to be unique, infinite solutions or no solution, that we can do by the comparing the ratios of the coefficients. From that we can have an idea whether we are going to have inconsistent. If consistent, then it is going to be unique or coincident, that we can predict from the coefficients. Okay, so let us start. And we have done exercise 3.1, not the 3.1 I have done with you, that is how to frame the linear equations. And in exercise 3.3 we have done the solutions, that is your substitution method. 3.4 is your elimination method, and right now we are doing exercise 3.2. Yesterday also we have done few questions from exercise 3.2. So, okay, let us start exercise 3.2. First question from exercise 3.2 is, it's a word problem. Question number 1, exercise 3.2. From the pair of linear equations in the following problems, find their solutions graphically. Question number 1, first part. 10 students of class 10 took part in mathematics quiz. If the number of girls is 4 more than the number of boys, let the number of boys and girls who took part in the quiz. So when something is not known, we start it with some variable. Let number of girls be x and therefore and let the number of boys be, let number of boys be y. So here we introduce the question with two different variables. So the equation according to the question, what is the total number of students in the class? That is your 10. So x plus y is equal to 10. Number of boys plus girls, together it is 10. And another thing that is given to you, this is from your case 1, and the case 2 says that number of girls is 4 more than the number of boys. So this is number of girls is x, it is 4 more than the number of boys. Number of boys is y, plus 4 will give you the number of girls. Is this clear to you? These two equations, once you have framed this equation, then solution you are already familiar with. But this framing the equation, students, you people commit mistake in this. You don't understand the language. So once again, this is a very simple one. Try to understand. There are certain number of girls and boys in a class, and the total number of students in the class is given to you as 10. And the number of girls is more than the number of boys. And how many more girls are there? That is, number of girls is 4 more than the number of boys. So x is equal to y plus 4. Right, all of you? Clear? And total number of students is 10. So these are we have used two different cases given to us, and these are the two equations. So this is your first equation and this is your second equation. Okay, now we are going to solve it. In order to solve it, how we are asked to solve it? By graphically. So we will find out the points, we will plot them and get the number of boys and girls. So before going forward, if you want to have an idea whether it is going to give you a unique solution that is consistent or inconsistent, you can check it. This is not required, but in the rough work you can do it. See, a1 upon a2 is equal to your 1 upon, this equation is x plus y equal to 10, and this one you write it as x minus y equal to 4. Okay, so these are the two equations. Fine. So a1 upon a2 is 1 upon 1 and b1 upon b2 is equal to 1 upon minus 1. Coefficient of y is 1 and coefficient of y is minus 1. So you find that a1 upon a2 is not equal to b1 upon b2. a1 upon a2 is not equal to b1 upon b2. Okay, so immediately you come to the conclusion that we are going to have intersecting lines. Now we will find out the points. We will find the points. For this one, for this equation, the first one, x plus y is equal to 10. You write it as x is equal to 10 minus y. X is equal to 10 minus y. Now you prepare the table. This table we need to make because this is a very simple equation. We can easily take some value of y and we will calculate the corresponding value of x. Say y is equal to 2. If y is equal, this is your x and this is y. If y is equal to 2, then x is 10 minus 2, that is 8. If y is equal to say 5, then x is equal to 10 minus 5, that is 5. If y is equal to 6, then y is equal to 10 minus 6, that is your 4. So directly, you don't need to do the calculations. The calculations is not necessary. If you can do them orally, that is fine, because your calculation, if this type of a graphical solution question comes, the weightage is 6 marks, and for this table you get 1 mark, and for plotting the graph and finally giving the answer, that is of 3 marks. So there is no credit point for showing all those calculations. If the equations are simple one and you can do them orally, it's fine. You can prepare the table and you just show only a small part of the calculations, that is 10 minus 2 equal to 8, like this you write simple calculations. You don't need to show the elaborately. All those calculations are not required in the notebook because they don't carry any credit points. Okay, so it's fine if you can do them verbally. Now the second equation, it gives me x is equal to, write it, x is equal to 4 plus y. Take some points. Okay, this is a small table you have made it. So this is x and this is your y. If y is equal to 0, x is equal to 4, y is 0, x is 4. If y is 1, x is your 4 plus 1, that is 5. 4 plus 1, that is 5. If y is equal to say 2, then x is equal to 4 plus 2, that is 6. So by oral calculations only, because these equations are very simple, orally we can do the calculations and we make this table. Now we already have an idea that this is going to give us intersecting lines. Now I will ask you to draw the graph and see where these two lines meet exactly on the graph. And that point, don't just leave that point like that. Whatever the point is, write down its x coordinate and y coordinate. So x coordinate will give you the number of girls in the class, and y coordinate of that intersecting point will give you the number of boys in the class. So please, I hope you will do your calculation in the notebook, and I will show you on the screen. I am going to show you the graph, how the solution looks like. Okay, so I am showing you the graph. Please note down this table, and if you have any difficulty, you let me know. I hope I am audible and the board is also clear to you. Ma'am, quiz we have done yesterday, and we will again do it once we finish this chapter of linear equation. Once again we will have some quiz, and before that, if you are willing to have quiz, I will take one quiz on Ramanujan. You know Ramanujan, you have great mathematician of our country, Ramanujan. I will try to take one quiz on Ramanujan. No, Pragya. ठीक है. Okay. So let me show you the graph. X plus y equal to 10. Okay, this is the graph, and yes, you can see the graph. This is the line you have obtained after plotting this point x plus y equal to 10. Okay, see, you are just now we have calculated the point x equal to 8, y equal to 2. Where is this point x equal to 8, y equal to 2? This is your in between 5 and 10. 5, 6, 7, 8. This one is 8 and this point is your 2. See this point? This point is your 8 comma 2, right? So this point is 8 comma 2. You can zoom it out and I can show you this point. See this. This is 8. This point is 8 and this point is 2. So this point is 8 comma 2 that we have calculated in our table. And then we have got point 5 comma 5. X is 5, y is 5. X is 5 and y is 5 is this point. This point, see this point, this is your 5.5. Okay, so this point is also lying on this line, and you have got another point that is 4 comma 6. This is your x is 4 and y is 6. See this point. X is 4, y is 6. X is 4, y is 6. Okay, this point x is 4, y is 6. So all these points are lying on this, and we will now draw another equation. We will draw another equation. So another equation is x minus y equal to 4. X minus y is equal to 4. Okay, so there are two different lines, red and blue. Okay, this is the point. See, this point is 7 comma 3. Now let us check whether the answer is 7 comma 3 or not. This is the solution. The coordinate, that is the intersecting point, is 7 comma 3. So x coordinate, that is 7, is tells you the number of girls in the class, and 3 is the number of boys in the class. Just a minute. This is your x is the equation is x minus y equal to 4. So this is fine. This point 7 comma 3, this is the solution. Okay, so this is how you plot your graph neatly, like this. This point, you see, this point is your, see, 6 and 8, in between this point is 7, and between 2 and 4 this is your 3. This is 7 comma 3. Okay, now let us go to the another question. I will take another question now. Yes. Yes. Now you have seen that these two lines, they intersect at point 7 comma 2. So your answer is 7 comma 2. If you just leave the answer like this, that answer is 7 comma 2, it means nothing, because this is a word problem and you have been asked the number of girls and boys. Often the students, they do like this, they leave the answer like this. Give the coordinate point, that is 7 comma 2, but you need to write number of girls equal to 7 and number of boys equal to, sorry, 7 comma 3 it was, and number of boys is 3. Now you can check it. Number of girls is 4 more than the number of boys, and also together the number of girls and boys is 7 plus 3 is 10. So this is how to go about with the questions of word problem and their solutions, finding the solutions graphically. Similarly, you can do the second part also, where you have been asked the pencil and pens together cost is 50. 7 pencils and 5 pens together cost 46. This question I leave for you. Do it as a homework. Now question number 4. We will do question number 4. Question number 2 and 3 I have done yesterday. Now today we are doing exercise 3.2, question number 4. Question number 4, the first question asks you, which of the following pairs of linear equations are consistent and inconsistent? Consistent, obtain the solution graphically. If it is consistent, then you need to find the solution graphically. And if it is inconsistent, then also you can plot the graph, though it is not asked, but you can plot the graph. And what type of graph you are going to get for inconsistent? That is parallel line. We will do such problems also where we get parallel lines. Now let us do the first one, that is question number 1. First part of exercise, question number 4, that is x plus y is equal to 5 given to you, and another one is 2x plus 2y is equal to 10. So let us check whether this is consistent or inconsistent. A1 upon A2 is equal to 1 upon 2, 1 upon 2, and your B1 upon B2, B1 upon B2 is also equal to 1 upon 2, and C1 upon C2 is also equal to 5 upon 10, that is, cancel it to get 1 upon 2. Therefore, you see A1 upon A2 is equal to B1 upon B2 is equal to C1 upon C2. So, what do you conclude? The prediction from this thing, you get that this is going to be coincident line. This is your coincident lines. That means it is consistent and going to have infinite solutions. This is your infinite solutions. Infinite solution, and because solution is possible, so definitely this is going to be consistent. So first part, whether it is consistent or inconsistent, this is going to be consistent because solution is possible. And how many solutions are possible? Infinite solutions are possible because A1, A2 equal to B1, B2 equal to C1, C2. Now we will plot the graph. So for graph plotting, we will prepare the table. Table goes like this. X is equal to, we can say, 5 minus y. We can write it in this manner. So now your table, it will be, if y is equal to 0, x is equal to 5. Again, not much calculation is required. You can do it orally only. Why you put y 0, you find x is equal to 5. Right? Visible? Okay. And for y equal to 1, 5 minus 1, x is equal to 4. So straightway prepare the table. No need of showing the calculations, because I tell you, sometimes students, they do all these minute calculations they show on the notebook, but they don't carry much credit points. You are unnecessarily wasting your time. So if you can do them orally, fine, prepare the table, plot them, and you get the answer. If y is equal to 2, then your x is equal to 3. So you have got the table. Now another one. This is your 2x. You can say 2x is equal to 10 minus 2y. So if you take 2 common from both these sides, you get, this is x is equal to, divide left hand side and right hand side by 2, you get x is equal to 5 minus y. So the same equation, you try some other points for this one, or you can take this one as well. You see, these two are going to give you the same line. Let us take some other points apart from 0, 1 and 2. We will say, take y is equal to 3. If y is equal to 3, then x is equal to 2. If y is 3, x is 2. If y is 4, x is 1. If y is 5, x is 0. Okay. So now we will plot the graph. You will plot it on a graph sheet and I will plot it on the screen. And let us see. You will find these points will give a single line only, because the equations are same. You have found these are A1, A2, B1, B2, so infinitely many solutions. The graph will be like this. This is not our equation, this is the previous one. We will put our equation now. First equation is your line x is equal to 5 minus y, x is equal to 5 minus y. Okay, x is equal to 5 minus y. Let us locate these points. We have calculated the points. I will write it down the table and you will see these points on the graph. So this table, we have calculated x equal to 5 and we have seen that the corresponding value of y is 0. and then you have seen that if x is equal to 4, then your y, the corresponding value is 1. And another point that we have taken, that is for x equal to 3, y is equal to 2. Okay, now you see these 3 points align over here. This is your x is equal for 5 comma 0, then you have this point which is 4, this is your 4, and in between 0 and 2 this point, this is your 1. So this point is 4 comma 1. Then you have this point, this is your in between 2 and 4, the middle point, this one is 3, and this is your 2. So this point is x is 3, y is 2. So these 3 points are lying in a straight line, collinear points, and they give rise to this straight line, which is the equation of x is equal to 5 minus y. Fine. Now we will add one more table, one more equation. We will add one more table. Now let us take the points of this table that we have chosen. This is your 2. Another point that we have taken, this is 3. You see this point, this is your 3, this point 2 comma 3, and then you have taken the point on the other table, that is x equal to 1 and y equal to 4. Sorry, y equal to, see this point is not on the line. I made some mistake. I have written it 4, so this is 3 I have written, but this is supposed to be 4. So this is wrong plotting. I make the correction. This is your 4. So you see this point on the graph, and then again one more point we have plotted, we have taken in our table, that is x equal to 0 and y equal to 5. So see these 3 points, the bold ones, they are the points we have obtained from our second equation, and these 3 small points with purple color, they are of the first equation, and all these points lie in the same line, and in this way they give rise to a single line which we call coincident line, and therefore this is a case of infinitely many solutions. So this is the case of infinitely many solutions. So this is how you are going to represent it, and for infinitely many solutions the condition is a1 a2 equal to b1 b2 equal to c1 c2, right? So again we take another okay, right? So we will take one more equations, and this question, the first part, they are asking you which of the following pair of equations are consistent or inconsistent? If consistent, obtain the solution graphically. We have done that. Now the second point, second equation, we will do the fourth question, second part. Fourth question, second part is your x minus y equal to 8, and another equation, that is 3x minus 3y equal to 16. Okay, let us check whether it is consistent or inconsistent. For that we will do a1 upon a2 is equal to 1 upon 3. a1, that is coefficient of x, and a2, that is coefficient of x in the second equation. Then b1 upon b2, b1 upon b2 is minus 1, coefficient of y is minus 1, and coefficient of y here in the second equation is minus 3. So minus minus gets cancelled, this is equal to 1 upon 3. Then you have got c1 upon c2, c1 upon c2 is 8 upon 16, gets cancelled, this is 1 upon 2. So what do you conclude? You see that a1 upon a2 is equal to b1 upon b2, and this is not equal to c1 upon c2. Okay, these two are equal, 1 by 3 equal, but this is different. So this is, and what is the conclusion? When a1 upon a2 equal to b1 b2 not c1 c2, that means no solution. Finally, this is a1 a2 equal to b1 b2 but not equal to c1 c2. This is called your no solution. This is no solution. No solution, the graph is parallel line. Let us calculate the points and see whether they are parallel lines or not. So from the first equation, we can write x is equal to 8 plus y. So we prepare our table x and y. For x equal to 0, y equal to 8. Right? And for x is equal to, we don't want value, sorry, I have written it wrong. If y is equal to 0, x is equal to 8. If y is 0, x is 8. Fine. Now if we take y is equal to minus 1, then y will be 8 minus 1, that will be 7. If this is minus 7, and if y is equal to minus 2, then 6 minus 2, this is your 6. 8, 7 and 6. I write it neatly, please. Maybe this is not visible. X and y. So for y0, x is 8, y is minus 1, x is 7, y is minus 2, x is 6. This table is ready. Now the other one, this is your 3x minus 3y equal to 16. So you do it like this. 3x is equal to 16 plus 3y, and therefore x is equal to 16 plus 3y upon 3. Okay. Now let us try some value. Prepare the table. We will make the table. We will take x and y. Okay. Now I rub this part. If you take, if you take y equal to 0, y equal to 0 will give you if y is equal to 0, then what is the point? Then you get x is equal to 16 upon 3. 16 upon 3. Now denominator is 3. See what type of point you get. You get it as 3, 5, 15. 15, 1.3. So this will, you are going to get some point like this, which is non-terminating and repeating decimals. Okay. So how you can avoid, avoid it. So this is your 5.33. You can write it down. This is x is equal to, if y is 0, x is 16 upon 3, that is 5.3 approximately. Okay. And for y is equal to 1, for y is equal to 1, you get x is equal to 16 plus 3 upon 3, that is 19 upon 3. 19 upon 3, 19 upon 3 means 3, 6, 18, 6.33, something like this. Okay. So this also you write. This time you are getting, denominator is 3. So you are getting the points, that is your non-terminating decimals. So we will plot the point. We will try to plot the point and let us see how this gives you parallel line. Okay. Our first equation is x minus y equal to 8. X minus y equal to 8. X minus y is equal to 8. And the table that you have prepared for it, it's like you have taken x equal to 8 and y is equal to your 0. We will check whether these points actually lie on the line or not. Then you have getting the point x equal to 7, y equal to minus 1, and the third one, that is your x equal to 6 and y equal to minus 2. This is your equal to 6 and y equal to minus 2. See these 3 points? These 3 points. Okay, this one is x equal to your 5, 6, 7, 8. This one is 5, then this point is 6, then 7, this is 8. See, this is 8 comma 0, this point. Then you have this point, this one is your 7 minus 1, 7 minus 1, and this point is 6 minus 2. So these are the 3 points that gives rise to this line. Now another equation, we will put another expression. Our another equation was 3x minus 3y minus 3y equal to 16. So you see the another line, that is green color. Okay, this line. So these two lines, you see, they are parallel, and what all points we have calculated from this? The points that we have calculated, that is x equal to approximately we have got 5.3, and corresponding value of y is your 0. See, this is the point, a little more than 5. This is your 5.3. This is 6. This is 5. So in between, a little more than 5, this is 5.3, and y is 0. This is the point. And another point we have calculated, that is your x equal to 6.3. Sorry, this is x is equal to 6.3, and corresponding value of y is your 1. See again this point. These are the 2 points we have calculated. You, in this way, if you calculate the third point also, this plotting is little bit difficult because you are getting decimal points. This is non-terminating repeating decimals, but we have no option. We have to carry on with these points to plot them, and you get parallel lines. And that's what was predicted. Our prediction was also that, and we have obtained parallel lines. Hence, there is no solution. I hope this graph plotting and all these things are clear. Here everything is clearly mentioned. This table you can see the equations, and this is how you are plotting the points you mark on the graph. And also don't forget to write down the equation. This line is the equation is obtained by plotting the points from equation 3x minus 3y equal to 16. And this line you have obtained by plotting the points from this equation, that is x minus y equal to 8. Okay. So now so fine, we have done question number 4. The 2 parts I have done with you. Similarly, third, fourth and fifth part will be your homework, and we will do question number 5. I will frame the equation for you, and the plotting part and getting the answer will be your homework. Question number 5. Okay. Half the perimeter. Question number 5 says, half the perimeter of a rectangular garden, whose length is 4 meter more than the breadth, 4 meter more than its width is 36 meter. Find the dimensions of the garden. So this is the garden. This is your garden. Draw a small presentation like this. This is how you can present your work neatly in your answer sheet or your notebook. Okay, so this is your length and this is breadth. This is, we are doing question number 5. Okay, so question number 5, length and breadth. We are talking about perimeter. We know perimeter of a rectangle is 2 into L plus B. This is your perimeter. So half the perimeter of a rectangular garden whose length is 4 meter more than the breadth is 36 meter. So we don't know the perimeter, but half the perimeter is given to you as 36. Well, we start it like this. Let the length be x and let the breadth be y. And this is given to you according to the question. You know, length is more than the breadth by 4. Okay. Half the perimeter of the rectangular garden whose length is 4 meter more than the width is 36. So half perimeter is given to you, that half perimeter equal to 36. Half perimeter is 36. So what is perimeter? Perimeter will be double of it, 72. So we have written this formula of perimeter. So perimeter is equal to 2 into L plus B. Perimeter is equal to 2 into L plus B. If we take half of perimeter, P by 2, then this will be L plus B. Okay, this 2 comes over here and this is your L by L plus B. Or you can say half, you divide both sides by 2. So left hand side is P by 2 and right hand side is your L plus B. 2 gets cancelled. So now what is half perimeter? Half perimeter is your 36. 36 is equal to L plus B. So this is one equation you have obtained. Now 36 equal to L plus B. Now 36 is equal to, what is your length? Length you have taken as x, and what is your B? B you have taken as y. So 36 is equal to x plus y. 36 equal to L plus B because L is x and B is y. So this is your equation. So this is one number equation and this is your second equation. Okay, first equation and second. Please settle down, all of you, note it down carefully. How we are going to present it? Simply you draw a rectangle, length into breadth, and because we are talking about perimeter, write down the formula. Now length and breadth you can take it as L and B also. So let the length be, I have taken it as x and length of breadth as y. Because length is 4 more than the breadth, so we get this equation. And half perimeter is 36. Perimeter is this formula, so half, we divide both sides by 2. P by 2, half perimeter is 36. So 36 is L plus B, 36 equal to x plus y. So from these two equations now, we need to find out the dimensions of the garden. So if you want to check whether the solution is possible or not, then you see A1 upon A2, that is your, this you write it as your first equation, this one you write it as x minus y equal to 4. This one x minus y equal to 4, and this one is your x plus y equal to 36. So these are the two equations when written. Now you can compare the coefficients easily. A1 upon A2 is 1 upon 1 and B1 upon B2 is your minus 1 upon 1. So you get A1 upon A2 is not equal to B1 upon B2. So you will get some intersecting lines and some unique solution is possible for these given linear equation. Now in order to get the points from the first equation, the table will be, let us write down the table directly. We can do so because the equation is very simple, x and y. So x, if x, your y is 0, then x is equal to 4. If y is 0, x is equal to 4. If y is 1, then this minus 1 goes to the other side, x will be 5. If y is equal to 2, x will be 6. Okay, the first table. Now for the second one, this table, x and y. Okay, now you see this is x and y are, is sum is 36. This is 4 and this is 36. So you cannot take the points as 1, 2 like that. You need to take some, I mean you can take, if you take x equal to 1, y will be 35. And in the graph sheet we don't have that much space that we can show 1, 2, 3, 4 up to 35 in a uniform manner. So what we do, we choose some different scale. Here what we do, if we take y is equal to say 10, y is equal to 10, then your x will be equal to 36 minus 10, that is 26. Okay, you need to take some bigger numbers because this is your 36, and if you take 1 or 2, then you will be plotting the points x equal to 1, y is 35, x equal to 2, y is 36. So that will not be very feasible. So for this case we take this type of points. This is y equal to 16. If you take y equal to 16, then your x is equal to how much? X is equal to 20. If you take y is equal to 20, then your x is equal to 16. This is the table. Right? Please note down this table. Now we will move to another scene. We will have the graph sheet on the screen and we will see how we plot the graph. So this is a different one, you see, because in one equation this is 4, the points you have simply taken 1, 2, 3, 4 like that. So far the equations that we have plotted, they were having some values like this, but this is one case where this is value is 36. So in this case x and y, if you take 1, then y becomes 35, x is 2, y is 34. Plotting the points x equal to 1, y equal to 34 will be difficult. We will switch over to some other scale. How we take the scale in that case, that we will see. Okay, because here the numbers are 26, 20. You cannot simply take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 like that. Rather you have to choose another scale, say 5, 10, 15, 1 unit equal to 5. Okay, so you will have 5, 10, 15, 20 like that. Then it will be possible for us to plot this graph. Now we will have a look on the graph on our screen, how to plot it. Okay, now we are simply having a graph. Okay, we plot our points. For the first equation, my first equation is x minus y equal to 4. X minus y equal to 4. Okay, so this is the graph I have obtained. Let me check the points that I have found. The table, I will write down the table and then we will see, locate the points on this line. X equal to 4 and your y is 0. Then you have x equal to 5 and your y is 1. See, these points all are on this line only. And then x equal to 6, y equal to 2. Fine. These 3 points of the first equation, they are giving rise to this line, the linear equation, the graph of linear equation x minus y equal to 4. Somewhere on this line you need to mention that this line is the equation, is obtained from the equation x minus y equal to 4. Agree all of you? Now shall I draw another equation? I will take another equation now. This equation is your x plus y, x plus y equal to 36, equal to 36. X plus y equal to 36. See this point. Okay. Is it clearly visible to you? They meet at this point. What is this point? See, this is 20, 16. So now these 3 points, they have come closer. This is your y-axis, and if you take 1, 2, 3, 4, it will not be possible for you to plot the points. So we have taken 20, 40, 60 like that, or you can take it like this, say 10, 20. So this is your 5, this is 10. This scale is fine. 1 unit equal to your, this 1 unit equal to 5. So 5, 10, 15, 20 in this way. We will see the points that we have calculated. We will find it. So the point you have taken x equal to 26 and your y corresponding value is 10. See this point? This is on this line. And then another point that we have taken, that is your x equal to 20 and y equal to 16. Y equal to 16. This point, x equal to 20, y equal to 16. Then the third point that we have calculated, that is your x equal to 16 and y equal to 20. Y equal to 20. See these 3 points, they are on this line. So because the values are different, this is our 1-digit numbers and these are 2-digit numbers, in order to fit them in the same graph, we have to choose a different scale, not the simple one like 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 like this. And now you have plotted these points. This is gives rise to another straight line, which is for the equation x plus y equal to 36, and this is the straight line obtained from the equation x minus y equal to 4, and this point, this is 20, 16 is your intersecting point. So what is your 20, 16? This is the intersecting point. Please note it down. Now we move to no need of sending so much emojis, my dear student. While sending your message in the chat box, I find you people are sending so many emojis and different symbols. This is not required. Please let me know about your queries, whether you are understanding the screen, everything is clear to you or not. I don't want any such emojis. Okay, so this is the solution 20 comma 16. This is the solution you have obtained. The intersecting point was 20 comma 16. You just, if you simply write answer 20 comma 16, that does not fulfills the purpose. We need to mention what is exactly asked in the question. The question is what is the length and breadth. So this is your x coordinate and this is your y coordinate. What is x? X is your length. So you will write down the answer properly. Being what problem? You will write down the answer properly. Answer length equal to 20 meters. Is it 36 meters? If the unit is mentioned, you need to write down the unit, or if yes, it is stated that length is 4 meter more than. So the unit is mentioned. So we will write length is 20 meter and breadth is equal to width. It is given to you as width. So we use the word width is equal to 16 meters. Okay, this is how you give your answer finally, because if you leave the answer like 20 comma 16, then you are going to lose some marks. So in order to complete it, finally you write down length is equal to 20 meter and width is equal to 16 meters. Okay, so we come to the end of today's class and I give you few homework. Want to do some homework? Yesterday there was a quiz and I asked you to note down the quiz questions in your notebook. That was your homework. I hope you have done it. Now today's homework will be few questions from this exercise. I will write it down. Please do them, and if you have any doubt, because 9th class students are also giving me some of the questions as their queries. I am enjoying class with them, and with them also I have shared my email ID. With you also I give you my email ID. If you have any doubt, you want to ask any questions, you can ask me through this email. Now your homework from exercise 3.2. Question number 4, I have done 1 and 2 with you. So you will do 3, 4 and 5. Question number 5 I have done with you. So you will do question number 6 and 7. Question number 6 and question number 7. This is going to be your homework. If you are able to do them, fine. If you are not able to do them, then we will discuss it tomorrow. Tomorrow, as soon as we start our class, you will let me know whether the homework was possible, you are able to do them or not, or otherwise. First of all, we will discuss these problems of homework, and then we will start our tomorrow's class. Okay, so I end my class here. We come to the end of today's class. Thank you very much. Tomorrow we will meet again. Bye.